John Parker Wilson. I hope all is well. Welcome into the game in T-Town.
Man, everything's great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm super, but I got to ask you a question here. All right, Barrett Jones was honest with me about an hour ago. I gotta get honesty from John Parker Wilson.
Love it. What we got? 9
minutes to go, third quarter. Georgia's driving down the field. They just hit the tight end in the middle. They're up 14, 28-14. We thought at that point they were going to score a touchdown or at least kick a field goal with their almost automatic. Did you think Alabama was going to win the game?
I'll be honest with you. I don't ever think we were out of it. I thought it was going to come down to a kick, to be honest with you. And after everything that happened last year and kind of our kicking struggles, I literally thought the whole game it was going to come down to our guy hitting a game-tying or game-winning field goal. I was wrong. And, man, I tell you what, from that point on, it was an unbelievable game from start to finish. I mean, one of these Hollywood storybook scripts that Hollywood they wouldn't buy because you just can't believe this kind of stuff. But tell you what, when the fourth quarter came around, I even think I said this to Eli on air, man, this is what you practice, this is what you preach all year long. If you're ever going to buy in, if you're ever going to believe it, you're going to dig down deep in the fourth quarter, especially the time of possession was so skewed earlier in the game. And, I mean, they did it. They did exactly what you practice all year long for, and that's just to suck it up and to dig down deep in the fourth quarter. They did it on defense. They held extremely strong, and then Jalen comes in and takes it to the house. So what a game, what an outcome, and just, says a lot about our team. And looking forward to hopefully 2 more football games because this is sure a fun group to watch.
John Parker, you were one of the guys early on that kept seeing the improvement in Jalen Hurts. And obviously you understand the position. You played it in the collegiate level at the highest level. You played it in the National Football League. But where was it during that game? And I'm going to ask the same question that Kirk Herbstreit asked to Jalen Hurts. What throw was it that confirmed that he had taken a significant step with his game overall improvement? What was it when Jalen made a throw that you said, yeah, this guy's he's doing some things that he's improved upon?
I think it was I don't have the plays in front of me. I think it was the first third down attempt where he had a crossing route. I think it was to Waddle. Maybe it was third and long, and he stepped up in the pocket, took a 3-step drop, and just delivered it right across the middle. There was no thinking. There was no, am I going to hit this pass? Am I going to be accurate? He just took it, threw it, fired it in there across the middle, which, first couple of years, I don't think we saw a lot of balls across the middle, and just having that confidence, I think, got him going. And then from there on, there wasn't a lot of thinking, I think, on his part. And that's always when any other quarterback will tell you when they're playing their best, you're just reacting. You're going out there playing ball, and I think Jalen did that. He had nothing to lose, but he just let his natural ability take over and really showed out. But I think that first pass where he just cut it loose, I mean, that was right on the money. And then that touchdown pass to Judy in the back of the end zone, I mean, on the money, on the run, rolling right. And it's hard for a quarterback to roll right, throw back across your body like that. And then Georgia was in great coverage on that play, and it took a really good throw to beat him. And he was spot on all night, finished the game 7-9, came up big. We didn't have a third down conversion until the fourth quarter. I think it was 0 of 6 going into the fourth quarter on third downs, and just completely flipped the script. And it had a lot to do with Jalen's running, but more importantly with his passing ability.
We're talking to John Parker Wilson, a color analyst, and I never want to put you in an awkward spot because you're given access that some of us are just not able to get. I want you to maybe, if you can, without giving anything too much away, help us understand Dan Enos, because you have a chance to watch him do his magic in practice and some of this availability and access. What is it that maybe has allowed him to take both of these quarterbacks and to make a record-setting year here in Tuscaloosa? We'll get to Mike Loxley, too. I want to get to him as well, but just really focus on the fundamentals of quarterback play.
I think it's just that, focusing on fundamentals. He's a teacher. He played college football. He coached it. He's been coaching it his whole career. And it's a different job to be a college quarterback coach than it is a pro quarterback coach. Look, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan, Aaron Rodgers, they all have their own independent throwing coaches. Just like a golfer has a swing coach, these NFL players now have their own throwing coach. You don't have to worry about fundamentals. You don't have to teach Matt Ryan where to throw it, where to put it. You just teach him the game plan and let him go play. So for the college guys, you need that teacher. You need that developer, somebody that understands not only the mechanics, but also what these kids are going through, what's going through their mind, what's their thought process. Because, look, we're facing NFL caliber sophistication of defense. You need that teacher to be able to let you go through what your thought process should be. Because in high school, you just kind of drop back and throw it to the guy that's open. In college, you got to be much more methodical, and I think Enos has done that. I mean, you look at just Jalen when he come in, he knew the offense, he understood it, and when you understand it like that, you can just react and play, and that's exactly what Tua has done all year long, and now Jalen's developed into that also.
Mike Locksley today was recognized as the Frank Broyles Assistant Coach of the Year around college football. When you look at Mike Locksley, a record-setting year, many of these records are still being added to, and they'll stretch out. I mean, we could sit here for the next 15 minutes, but I ask you a lot, but Mike Locksley getting recognized for what we have seen in Tuscaloosa probably early on, but it's good to see him get that recognition.
Well-deserved. Came in a few years ago as that analyst position, just being a coach to the coaches, couldn't even talk to the players, but you could tell his mentality, and that's just that cool, calm, collected. Let's go be really good at what we do. I think he's been innovative the whole year. Really been unpredictable. Spread the ball around. I mean, and you got guys like Jalen Waddle, a true freshman, that's come in and made it such a huge impact as he has. He's been able to spread the ball around to 4 receivers, a tight end, and 3 running backs. And everybody seems happy. Everybody seems like they're rolling in the same direction. So I think that's the true essence of a coach, especially a coordinator, of spreading the ball around. And especially in college, you got to be really good at getting your guys the ball. You can't be headstrong on your philosophy or your scheme. He came in and he's kind of adapted throughout the season, but really just continued to be kind of cutting edge. And that's something that you typically don't think of when you think of an Alabama offense. But all the records that Tua set and all the records that, Damian Harris and everybody else has set, has a lot of credit to do with him, because he continues to come up with new ways to get guys the ball. And then he's not scared, too, to go back to the well. When something's working, he'll dial it up again. I've been on him high all year long, and it's been fun to watch his progression. But I think ever since that first Louisville game, when Tua come in, he knew the firepower that he had. He just sit back and let his guys really do the talking for him.
If you're writing up a campaign speech, not the speech, but maybe an announcement, and see if you could persuade people to vote for Tua for the Heisman. We know that you're biased. I mean, you played at the University of Alabama. You're the color analyst for the Crimson Tide Sports Network. But if you were trying to convince people that Tua should win the Heisman, what would you say?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've seen a lot of good quarterbacks throughout my career and in high school, college, and the pros, and I think Tua is one of the best. His ability to run an offense, to do so many different things, not only running but passing. He's really that true dual-threat quarterback. He's been injured most of the year. I think, the ability to go out and set records and continue to do that. I think most importantly against an SEC defense is probably the most, important thing to me, because he's facing some really good guys that are going to get drafted really high in the NFL that not only rush the passer, but linebackers, defensive backs, the sophisticated schemes, and to do it still in his first year of being a starting quarterback, his sophomore year. I think his game is going to continue to the next level, but the records that he set at Alabama, the records that he's going to continue to set, and still only played in, made 3 fourth-quarter attempts. He hasn't played in the fourth quarter. Coming into this game, he had played an equivalent of 8 games to the season 12. So he's outpaced a lot of guys in the stats category by not playing a lot. And that's a testament to him and distributing the ball and throwing touchdowns, being super efficient with it. So I don't know what more you could ask for a guy in trying to win the Heisman and breaking records like he did. I mean, we've had some pretty good quarterbacks at Alabama, A.J. McCarron, Kenny Stabler, Joe Namath, and Tua is the top of all these record books.
John Parker, final question. We're talking to John Parker Wilson, former Alabama quarterback, Crimson Tide color analyst. It's always presented by Tuscaloosa Toyota. Scott Peoples, the Toyota-thon is on. The biggest deal on your wish list is happening right now on Skyland Boulevard and online at tuscaloosa.youtube.com. How difficult is it? You watch Tua, and I went back. I've watched the game twice. I don't understand the game the way that you understand it, but I thought that the injury in that first drive for Tua, when he went to the tent with that ankle injury, and Nick Saban explained that he sprained the ankle first part of the game. I know the foot injury later on, but how much was that affecting the power, the accuracy? It just seemed like he was not able to extend the plays. I thought it greatly impacted his performance. Did you?
I agree, and I think we saw some uncharacteristic things from Tua. I don't think we've seen him miss behind receivers all year long. I mean, he might sometimes miss it a little high, or a ball might have sailed on him, but he's not missing guys 2 or 3 yards to the backside. And I think that is because he's such and I talked to Gary Danielson about this before one of the games, he's such a lower body thrower. So he uses a lot of torque, a lot of leg, a lot of hips to get through, and that's why his release is so good. I think it's why he's so accurate, because he uses those big muscles in the lower body. So when that's messed up a little bit, it changes everything you're throwing. Now you go from a 75% leg passer to now you're using most of your arm. Changes everything. I think he adapted really well and kind of figured it out as the game went on. But definitely, it's one of those things. And he's kind of been able to deal with it all year long. But his scope was a little off, and I think it was due to his knee or his ankle or whatever it was.
Well, and I mean, John Parker, have you ever tried to throw a ball with a I think he's got a bad knee, and I'm trying to think exactly. He's got a foot, he's got an ankle, he's got a knee that I don't think is 100%, but hopefully it'll be there. But either way, I mean, as you said, it puts a lot of torque on that body, and, man, he's a grinder, man. He's a warrior. I'd like to have both of these guys. If I was in a foxhole needing 2 warriors, I'd take the 2 quarterbacks here in Tuscaloosa.
No, there's no doubt about it. Well, the good thing for these 2 guys is they've got now, 3 weeks to get healthy, along with everybody else on the team. Look, it's been 13 games now, 4 weeks of training camp. You say you got an off week, but you really don't. But it's been a grind. So it's nice for these guys to take a deep breath, try to get back to neutral, get healthy, and then get ready, because they got to score some points against Oklahoma.
John Parker, I'm going to throw it back to you and talk about Tuscaloosa Toyota.
It is Toyota-thon time, guys. It's Christmas time. Everybody's buying gifts. And I'm just flipping through the website right now. Like you said, opened up. You're getting your best price first. There's no haggling. We don't have time, especially this time of year, to waste around haggling on prices. One price at one place. That's Tuscaloosa Toyota. 0% financing on the Camry, 0% financing on the new 2019 Tacoma, and they're giving you $1,000 cash bonus. So go to the app. Go down to Skyland Boulevard, check them out, because I know they've got the inventory in right now. They've got all the new cars in, so as you're getting ready to make that big purchase, there's no better time to do it right now. 0% financing. They're basically, giving that to you. You can pay it out over time for free. So go check them out at tuscaloosa.toyota.com. Tell them you and I sent you. Get a good deal.
Absolutely. Tuscaloosa Toyota and tuscaloosa.toyota.com. John Parker Wilson drives the all-new 4Runner that's mighty, mighty, mighty fine. Looking vehicle there available. I drive the Tundra. We certainly talk about Tuscaloosa, but it's so easy to endorse Scott Peoples and that amazing staff on Skyland Boulevard. There's a reason they're Alabama's #1 volume Toyota certified dealer, Skyland Boulevard, and online at tuscaloosa.toyota.com. John Parker, have a great week, man. I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you, sir.
Roll Tide. You too.